Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Saeed Ali Mardan Azmi. Welcome to my channel. In this lecture, we will learn basics about multivariate functions, domain, and its sketching. And we will learn question number 5 from exercise 14.1, Thomas Calculus 12th edition book. So first of all, we will revise what is a single valued function. A function which depends on only one independent variable is called a single valued function. Its mathematical representation is y is equal to f of x. What it means here, the value of y is depending on one single value, which is x. And its well-known example is area of a circle. The formula of area of circle is pi r square. Pi is a fixed number, and the value of area is actually depending on r. Bigger the value of r, bigger will be the area. Smaller the value of r, smaller will be the area. So area of circle is a single valued function. What is a multivariate function or multivalued function? A function which depends on more than one independent variables is called multivariate function. Its well-known example and mathematical representation is z is equal to f of xy, and its example is right circular cylinder. Here, the volume of right circular cylinder depends on two variables, radius of base circle and the height of the cylinder. So, this is the basic example of multivariate function with two independent variables, because in multivariate function we have more than one independent variables. There is no limit on the number of variables, but here I have explained one most basic example. Next, this is the formal definition of multivariate function and domain and range of a multivariate function. Suppose G is a set of n tuples of real numbers, x1, x2, x3, so on up to xn. N tuple means we have an ordered arrangement of numbers. The position of x1, x2, so on up to xn is fixed in the given function. Then, a real valued function f on D is a rule that assigns a unique single real number w, which is equal to f of x1, x2, so on up to xn to each element in the set D. The set D is called function's domain. The set of w values taken by the f is the function's range. The symbol w is the dependent variable of f, and f is said to be a function of n independent variables x1, x2, so on up to xn. We also called the value of x1, x2, so on up to xn as input values, and the value of w is sometimes also called output value. In this diagram below, we have explained the domain of a two independent variable function. For example, in the previous I have told you that z is equal to function of x and y. So what is the concept of domain here? For two variable functions, we will have an xy plane from where we can select an ordered pair just like xy. Now, when we substitute the value of ordered pair xy in the function, we will get a single valued, and the single valued is actually lie on the real line. So, for the domain of two variable function, we will have an xy plane, and from this xy plane, when we select any ordered pair, we will have our answer in the form of a real number on a real line. So that's why in multivariate functions, our input values are minimum 2 or more than 2, but our output value is always a single number or a single value. Next, we will revise the domain of a single valued function. For single valued function y is equal to f of x, the domain can be defined as domain is a set D of all possible input values from the real line. Now, remember that for real valued functions in single variable calculus, we have to avoid the existence of complex number, that is iota is equal to square root of -1 or square root of negative numbers, and existence of plus minus infinity after substituting the values of independent variable from the domain. What it means, we can select only those values of independent variables through which we don't get any complex number or infinity as our answer. Now, this is a real line. In single valued calculus, we have selected all the values on this real line. Now, in this real line, what is the criteria of selecting the numbers? In the middle, we have a neutral number 0, or we sometimes it is also called origin. On the right hand side or in the positive direction, we have positive numbers, and on the left hand side, we have negative numbers. Now, let's revise an example, mathematical example. If you have a function f of x is equal to x square, then its domain is all real numbers between minus infinity to plus infinity, because on the left hand side, when we have very small numbers, we will indicate them with the help of minus infinity. On the right hand side, if we have a number which is very large, then we indicate that number with the help of plus infinity. So we can select any value from this real line as the domain of this function. So after selecting the value, we don't have any complex number or plus minus infinity as our result. So domain of this function is all real numbers between minus infinity and plus infinity. Now, the second example, if we have this function f of x is equal to square root of x, then please note that from this real line, you can choose 0 because square root of 0 is 0, or any positive value. For example, if you select 4, you will get square root of 4 equal to 2. But if you select any value which is slightly lesser than 0, means on the left of the 0, you will get a complex number. So in the domain, we will choose only those values in our domain through which we don't get a complex number or plus minus infinity as our output. So that's why the domain of this function f of x is equal to square root of x is from 0 to plus infinity, all positive real numbers. Now, one more example. F of x is equal to x over x minus 1. Now, pay attention. If you select x equal to 1 here, you will get 1 over 0, and 1 over 0 is an undefined value, or you can say it is infinity. So in this function, in this third example, you can select any real value either on the right hand side or on the left hand side from the 0 except 1, because if you substitute x1 here, then you will get infinity. So the domain of this function is all real numbers except 1, except this 1, and we can write it as set of real numbers minus set of 1 or r minus 1, both are acceptables. Now, for the domain of multivariate or multivalued functions, we have at least a plane, and from the plane, we will have an ordered pair. Ordered pair means the first value will give you the value of x, and the second value will give you the value of y. Here, z is a function of two variables. Why I am explaining function of two variables? Because at minimum level in multivariable calculus, you have to deal with two independent variables. Now, what will be the concept here? What will be the extension here? In multivariate calculus, you have to select at minimum level an ordered pair. It means for the domain of this function or domain of such functions, you will identify all those ordered pairs in the xy plane such that when you substitute the ordered pair here in the function, you will don't get a complex number or plus minus infinity as your output, because we have to avoid a complex number or plus minus infinity in our output. So the domain of this function will be all real ordered pairs such that we don't get a complex number and plus minus infinity as our output. Next, after knowing these basic things, we can move on question number 5, exercise 14.1 from Thomas Calculus 12th edition book. What is the statement? In exercise 5 to 12, find and sketch the domain of each function. In question number 5, f of x y is equal to square root of y minus x minus 2. Now, please note that in question number 5, we have a square root function. Now, we will select only those ordered pair from the plane for which expression inside the square root always remain positive, because if expression inside the square root become negative after substituting the values of ordered pair, then we will get a complex number, and we have to avoid the existence of a complex number. So for this purpose, we say that the domain of this function is all those ordered pair for which y minus x minus 2 is greater or equal to 0. So we can say the domain of this function is all points. Point means in multivalued function is an ordered pair. Domain is equal to all points xy in the xy plane which satisfy the inequality y minus x minus 2 greater or equal to 0, because this quantity can be 0 and can be positive after substituting the values of f of xy here, but this value cannot be negative. Next, after learning what is the domain of this function, we have to sketch the domain of this function. And for this purpose, we will sketch all those ordered pair, or we will highlight all those ordered pair which satisfy this inequality y minus x minus 2 greater or equal to 0. Now, please note that in order to sketch the area or region that's satisfied by a given inequality, we have to draw its boundary, and the boundary is drawn with the help of associated equation. In order to develop an associated equation, we will replace this greater or equal sign only with equal sign. So y minus x minus 2 equal to 0 will give you y is equal to x plus 2. Now y is equal to x plus 2 is a straight line. In order to plot this straight line, we can calculate the intercepts. We can calculate the intercepts along coordinate axis. And for this purpose, we can substitute x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 one by one in this equation. So when you substitute x equal to 0 in this equation, you will get the value of y. So you will get an ordered pair 0, 2. And when you substitute y equal to 0 here, you will get the second ordered pair minus 2, 0. Please note that in order to plot a straight line, you need only 2 ordered pairs. And when you have 2 ordered pairs that lies on that particular line, you can connect them and you can extend them. Now, in the next step, we will plot this ordered pair in the xy plane. So these are the ordered pairs. When x equal to 0, y is 2. So I have this point here, 0, 2. When x equal to minus 2, y is 0 here. So we have this point, because along x-axis, y is 0, and along y-axis, x is 0. So these are the ordered pair. In the next step, we will join these ordered pairs and we will connect them in the xy plane like this. Now, this line will give you the boundary of your area, which we have to select for our domain. Now, after plotting this line y is equal to x plus 2, we'll identify the region which satisfy the following inequality in this xy plane. Please note that what this boundary is doing here. This boundary is slicing your xy plane in two parts, one above this line, other below this line. Now, which portion or which area is our required domains area? We will choose a testing point either above this line or below this line. The most convenient ordered pair for testing purpose is 0, 0. Now 0, 0 is below this line. So we will substitute 0, 0 in this inequality. Now, after substituting the value here, value of origin 0, 0, you see that we get minus 2 is greater or equal to 0, which is false. Since the ordered pair, below this line does not satisfy this inequality, it means our domain is not lies below this line. Our domain lies above this line. So our required region, which represents our domain, is above this line. And this is the highlighted region, all the ordered pair above this line. So we can describe the domain of given function as all points xy in the xy plane on or above the line y is equal to x plus 2. This is the descriptive form of the domain of the given function. I hope you have understand this question. Please like, subscribe, and recommend this content to your fellows. Allah Hafiz. If you have any queries, you can write your queries in the form of your comments here.